Hey, welcome back to the show. This is Dan. I'm going to be your host. Today's podcast episode is all about the power of 10 days. I'll see you on the inside.
Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
Here we are. We're at it again. We're moving out. We're moving in. Something we used to say in the Marines all the time. The power of 10 days. The power of 10 days. Listen, I want to just a quick shout out, promotional plug. Listen to this outstanding message that I have to share with you today. It's all about the power of 10 days. But I also want to say I just hit a milestone with 10,000 listeners. So when you listen to this podcast, I just want to let you know my goal, my hope, my intention is to help you get through some adversity or get you on the right track after you've gotten out of it. And if you're right in the middle of it, to give you just a little bit of hope. That's the message. That's what this podcast has started from day one. And recently, right around December 27th, I had taken a look into my life again. I reflect quite a bit. And I realized that I could have a greater impact on more people through this podcast, through this show, with living the aspect of going through a no comfort zone period. And I just completed 10 days. And I kind of wanted to share with you what happened within those 10 days on this podcast and what that really means to you and the power of this blueprint, which if you're curious, go to launchwithdan.com. If you're interested in speaking, go to the calendar and mark some time aside where you and I can talk, and I'll call you and we'll talk about where you're at, what the blueprint is, and what it means to you and your goals, your purpose, and where you're at in your life. I just want to let you know that it's very serious, and if you're very serious about this and you want to have some fun along the way while achieving your goals, well, then I'm the guy that you connect with. I'm the one that can help you, and I know that. So here it is. 10 days in, I started this program where I was going to get up a little bit earlier. I was going to work on myself just a little bit more, and I was going to live with a little bit more passion, a little bit more purpose, and I was just going to expand myself following the principles of the No Comfort Zone blueprint. But along the way, one of these fitness programs that I joined up with, Nanotest, they have 5 principles also, and their 5 principles are pretty simple. It comes down to the first thing is mindset. You got to have the right mindset when you start the day. That's how my blueprint started out when I completed this 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. So now that you have the right mindset, it comes into movement. You want to make sure that you're moving the right way for your age and your body and for the results that you're looking for when it comes to exercise. The next one after that, the pillars are meals. Making sure that you're taking the right calories in, making sure you're eating the right meal, doing your best to live a healthy lifestyle. Then after that, it comes into community. They want you to contribute into the Facebook community and support members, be positive, be encouraging, but also hold yourself accountable to what you confess. Lastly, supplementation. What supplements do you take, and are they working? Are they not? What do you need to support the lifestyle that you have? As he mentions, it's lifestyle first, then supplements. And one of the big reasons I decided to jump on this was because I did want to get into have a better physiological state going into 2021. So I committed to the program and I committed to using my blueprint. I always live by my blueprint, but when I say I committed to it, I put it up on a wall. I actually have all my goals around it. I have my activity goals and my production goals. Some people would call it, it's a goal board to me, but some people might call it a vision board. I have the things necessary around me in order to get there. And during this time period, I just try to stay focused on those things that are important to me and the goals that I'm going after, the 6 things that I want to accomplish. I do write out my goals in the morning. I write out my activities that I'm going to be doing, the 6 things that must get accomplished today. And I spell all this out so that I can actually have a purposeful life, so I can apply the disciplines that I have in place to become a better version of myself. Now, when you start this program, I weighed in on the program at, an amazing 225. 10 days later, I weighed in and I am literally 12 pounds lighter in 10 days. And I've posted videos of everyday progress. So I decided this can't be. And I went back to picture number 1 from 10 days earlier to my intro to where I'm currently at now. And it's amazing what happened in 10 days just by having the disciplines in place to watch what I eat. Though, by the way, there's 2 days of fasting where you don't eat anything for a 24-hour period. And I've done that. And I've accomplished it. And just like in the no comfort zone, when you go through an uncomfortable time period and it goes through some challenges, when you come out of it, you feel fantastic because you have that sense of accomplishment. And what really holds most people back from ever experiencing any type of accomplishment is they're constantly in a downward spiral. You have to have faith and belief that what I'm telling you is true. I can prove it to you. I can show it to you. I can connect with you and say that it is possible to do this at 50 with a bad knee, with working a lot of hours, with driving a ton back and forth to make sure that I stay committed to my relationship with my son, being everything to everyone in my family, and still maintaining what I do and living this life and taking an hour and a half out of my day, half an hour in the morning to get myself ready, to mentally get prepared, to write out my goals. It used to be a few minutes. Now it's actually a half an hour, staying positive, then an hour of working out. Now next week, the program's going to change for me. I don't know what it is. I'll open up the program Sunday evening as I get ready for the week and prepare my meals and things, because that's part of it also. But most people never get to that point of accomplishment or feeling great just because they don't start. And what you have to do is, and if you're going to start something, I want to share this with you. The sense of community is actually amazing because there are so many other people right now that are going through whatever you're going through. I have never met so many overweight 50 guys who feel like they've lost their edge in life and want it back, want to lose 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds, one guy. And I think if you just believe in one person, like, okay, I'm going to trust that what Dan is saying is true, that he's not going to lead me down the wrong path. The guy's got 10,000 listeners. He's decided to do this podcast for 2.5 years. And by the way, there's people out there that will get what I get in 2.5 years. They get in, half a day, I think. I mean, this is a small group of people. And I look at all these people that are in this group, and they're giving their intro story and where they're at. And it's sad. And this is where you're at. I'm telling you, you don't have to be this way. You don't have to be stuck. You don't have to be fat. You don't have to be miserable. You don't have to be locked into a job. You don't have to be locked into a relationship. You can make all of that better. There's a reason why you're there. There's a reason how you got there too. And what's nice is when I went on this program, I just said, I'm going to follow my no comfort zone principles and I'm going to apply it. My no comfort zone principles, when applied to a exercise program, they just make it, they make it 10x. They make it so much better. 12 pounds in 10 days. That's unheard of. I know that's unheard of. And I'm not doing it by starving myself. I'm not doing it by doing anything crazy. Although when I work out, you might think I'm crazy. But I mean, can you do the treadmill for the first week was a half an hour on the treadmill? Can you do some interval running where you get your heart rate up and you bring it back down? Can you lift weights? Can you do push-ups? Can you use your body weight to exercise? That's what it all comes down to, and that's what's happening. Now, some other people have other challenges, and I get it, but when you take the blueprint and you apply it to it, when you take the mindset, when you take your goals, when you take the knowledge, attitude, skills, and habits that you need to create a purposeful life, when you take the 4 E's, when you take the momentum, and that's where I'm at now. I'm in momentum. Based on how I wake up, based on the hydration I do, based on the exercise and the mindset that I have while I'm working out, that mind-muscle connection, that zone that I get into when I'm exercising. And then I apply that to, believe it or not, I apply that to when I'm going to work. How do I take this hour-long commute and how do I make it the most productive to have the most impact so I can live in my purpose? I educate myself. I listen to a lot of books. I stay up to date on some of the things that are going on in the personal growth, personal development world. And then I realize, what can I do right before I get to work to impact my people that I can help to create a very highly positive, very motivating environment with a lot of high energy that's contagious, that'll help us serve the greater good. And then on the way back, I decompress. I find out where did I make my mistakes today. I meditate. I think about these things as I'm driving. And then when I get to the house, I either do my exercising again if I feel so, or I jot down my goals, or I spend time with my family. It's all very balanced for me, and I have this time and this opportunity to work with people so that they can get out of their adversity. Like, it's sad to see there's so many men out there that are in a position right now, right around that 50-year-old mark. You get that middle age, like, I didn't do the things I wanted to do in my life, and my body's really kind of holding me back. My mindset's all jacked up. I don't have enough energy to get me through the day, and I'm just kind of lost, so I'm going to watch Netflix, or I'm going to have a drink, or whatever you're going to do. Or you're going to go work out, but you're still miserable. And what's great is, I just think this is truly great, you also connect with people that are realizing that, you know what, by taking that one step forward, that one step in the right direction, I'm going to commit and be a better version of myself at work. That's it. Just do that. I'm going to commit and I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to start exercising. I'm going to go for a walk. It's just something that's going to help you take the next step in your life to get to the next step. And that's the great part. So I took December 27th as a jumping off point for me. Let's try the No Comfort Zone blueprint again. Let's apply the principles that worked for me 3 years ago. They've worked for numbers of other people since then. They work for me on a daily basis when I apply the principles. But now that I'm going through another No Comfort Zone period, it's magical. And I want so many people to experience it. What's it like to have an ultra high level of certainty in your life that's calm? Not arrogant, but you just know. You have a really good understanding because you have disciplines in place. You have principles in place. And you're following these rules so that you can create a better environment for yourself. But more importantly, you start to do it and you realize you can help other people. And that's what the No Comfort Zone is all about. Success and motivation in the No Comfort Zone. So I appreciate you listening. And if you're looking to work together, launchwithdan.com, jump on the calendar and I'll give you a call on the scheduled time and we'll take it from there. We'll see what happens. I'm looking to work with 3 people that are looking to drastically change where they're at in their life to go from point A where they're stuck to point B where they're unstuck and they're happy, they're joyous and free. If you've got addictions, if you've got financial problems, if you've got relationship problems, if you have health and fitness issues, or if you're just stuck in average or below average, get on the calendar. I want to help you out, okay? All right, well, thanks for listening to the show. Remember, today's the day that you get outside of your comfort zone and you live on purpose.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at NoComfortZone1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.